expect to get the Germany one. I didn't expect to do Germany with the hard tyres, but it happened. And here we are on the formation lap.
Hey, cutting the corner in the formation lap. That's good.
Alright. I'd like to see in the new game if you just go off track at all, just it pings you and makes a start. Because I know as soon as you touch another car, it'll send you back.
Yeah, that's rather annoying how it does that in the formation lap.
And yes, it looks like me and Swatter passed the info correctly to everyone, and everyone's starting on that harder compound. Yeah, it's softer and super soft. Yeah, they use the older system. Yeah, I've got barely any clue of it, but I just know it's an older system. Oh yeah, considering when just walking on, I wouldn't like to walk in thongs in this place because the soles would melt. Yeah, they wear extremely quickly, especially in the 50% race. So the strat for the F1 race is going to be really, really interesting tomorrow. Yeah, I did the opposite.
Yeah, it should probably easily be a 2-stop tomorrow night for the F1s. Just
yeah, if you go about it a different way, I reckon. He did the double because he had like 3 front wings replaced.
Yeah, I remember that.
Or ploughing it. But yeah, and they've done a good job in the formation lap, only 1 car. Pretty decent for a bunch of, although most of these guys know each other, so I shouldn't really say they're new to us, but they're used to each other, so
yeah,
it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
CNK. And we're lights.
Yeah. The lights are out and no one's moving.
Oh, I guess it was just delayed for me. Off we go.
Well, I had the
Ian's
lights
got a
out
very
and
good start.
there.
Oh, 3 wide to turn 1. Oh. And
skids us up into the lead.
Oh, they're in the back in the pack. These around. Skids currently leads. Took real advantage of that starting chaos. You got a 3-second pen for that, but managed to get out of the traffic. Whole sitter is currently P3.
We got Sepp is right behind still. Oh, passing them back there. Yep, Zola's right in the gearbox of Jetsy. Yep. And Sepp right behind Mickey as well. He's got some front wing damage. I think he's just clipped the back of Mickey. Oh, and there goes the rest of his wing.
A bit. Reminder that we run full damage, not sim, so it must have been a fair whack.
Oh,
Feel at the front. my old team is catching the leader. Looks up the inside. Oh, tucks back in. Oh, massive tanks. Oh, that turns a killer for F2s. Apologies, because I don't know these turns by numbers, because I've only seen this track about 7 times in my life.
It's all good, mate. I know the track off the top of my head, but still couldn't tell you the numbers.
Oh. All racing very cleanly up front. All looking, but no dive bombing. Very nice.
Yep. We got Morton DBT are in the pit lane at the moment. Mort's gone for the super soft.
Unfortunately for him, I highly doubt that's going to last the rest of the race.
I'll give it 5 laps at most.
I think it was Cosso was telling me it is about 7 to 8 laps.
Yep. Oh, with the deg around here and these cars.
Oh, Vin! Oh, no.
No, that was Nicky.
Okay, it was Nicky's gone around.
He's lost 2 places, I believe, with that.
No, he's lost 3 places.
Oh, there you go.
So he's able to keep it off the wall.
Just.
So he's still got all his winglets. Right up front, still going. It's doing a very good job to hold on to the lead. We're only up. We are only up to lap number 3.
Still under a 7. DRS will be activated now, and
well, this will be interesting.
the top 7 are within a second of each other. So
I've been with a really good exit. DRS open.
up the internet.
Dives on, wheel to wheel. Oh, forces it. Oh, unfortunately, that's a very bad runoff. Yeah, the side-by-side contact is not a good thing for these cars. They just it throws it off balance.
They'll spin on a dime.
Oh, I think someone's had a run in at the hairpin.
That was Peters and Jetsy.
Oh, there's that carnage back at the hairpin, featuring skids.
Yeah, Peters spun it and Jetsy T-boned him.
Ouch. The one trouble with their hairpin in these cars, the braking area before it, if you don't straighten the car up enough, heading into that hairpin, it takes like an extra 15 meters to actually stop the car enough.
Yep. Oh, even the F1, if you get that brake marker wrong by a split second, you got no chance of getting around that corner.
I found with my 10 laps experience, it was very difficult to pull up if you're on the slide.
Oh yeah. Almost reminiscent of, was it Felipe Massa that did it a few years ago? Completely locked up, coming across the bridge, sideways, and got the pass done.
Ben has able to break away. Yeah, Rise 8 works. Ooh. Not quite close enough. Oh. Rise 8 runs wide, the 2x2'd. Oh, yep, unfortunately can't go around the outside there. Oh, crisscross is on. It's actually not bad to be around the outside here, and he makes it stick. Good move.
And we have
Swatter that was a good move. Good move.
Swatter and Bambi were battling it out a 2 seconds ago. They're pretty close to each other. No, both Bambi and Swatter are going together, moving up through the field. They've both gained about 4 places in the last lap.
Oh, Cosso clips the inside of the hairpin around. Oh, just cut it too fine.
All that hard work done, I've gone.
Well, we're only up to lap 4, so I believe there's still time to make up some ground. Feels like this race has gone for 20 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah, it's only...
Meanwhile, Vin is just broken away from the pack. Oh, another fastest lap. I did find that the F2 cars, the middle of the stint with the harder compound tyres, typically is when the car's probably at its peak racing. Or softer tyres at the end obviously is faster, but it's pretty on edge. And meanwhile, our old second place sitter at the start of the race is looking really racy behind Rise E.
Yep, he's got it. Nice and clean.
Much better. Much better. Oh, definitely impressed with the front boys.
Yes. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And trust goes a long way.
Without heating your car too much with this track and everything, especially this place. Literally an oven inside these walls. When they do overheat, you really do struggle. Trying to get the optimum temperature is probably much more difficult than an F1.
And trying to hold it because they seem to squirm a lot more under acceleration and braking. So trying to keep that balance, is the tricky part.
It's very difficult, and if you don't have the balance, trying to drive it is when you see people really struggle out of corners or can't turn it in well.
Well, Mort's gone back in for a second stop. Those super softs obviously didn't last him very long.
Yep. I'd say he'll be able to make it to the end on the tyres now. I think in my session that I did for 10 minutes, I think the soft tyre can run about 14 laps.
Yep.
And this is one of the tracks where I didn't do in the other F2 seasons. This is probably the most blindest one that I have out of them all.
This is baptism by fire for some of these guys. It's the only way to describe it.
They're fairly spread out now, but early was alright considering, once again, as you said, the start.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I know he's put some time in, as he just misses the apex by a little bit. He's definitely put time in. He's been asking me a lot about these cars and how to drive them. I'm still pretty clueless at half the things cars have. But
you're just a freak,
he's definitely put the time in to get. He's definitely put the time in to get faster, and I want to see how far he'll claw back.
Well, he seems to be gaming on Risey. He seems rather smooth in his style too, which is good for these cars. You can't be too.
He is on controller Cosso, by the way.
No, that's nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just runs a bit wide there. All good.
Yeah.
Yep. Good job by the back marker to get out of the way.
Yeah, it's nice to see that.
See, this track would be a horror to get stuck behind lap traffic, now that I think about it.
And even that pit exit is the worst.
Yeah. Back marker looking for... Surely not. Yep. Okay. Yeah, how are our F1 guys doing? Got Spotter currently in P11.
We've got one of our newcomers, Kino. He's moved up to 8th place. He seems to be doing pretty good.
Oh yeah, he's going to be doing F1s starting tomorrow.
Yes. He'll be driving for Alfa Romeo, I believe.
Where's that? Unfortunately, it's the last car, so I can't spectate him.
Yep.
I think he's...
Yeah.
Looks like he's just gone down the escape road there, according to my track map. Safety cars are on.
Yeah, he's gone down.
I think that's where Yayo parked it as well.
Yeah. Just after the corner I binned it at the last race.
I think we call that the Red Bull wall.
No, that was Orr's corner because he hit it in the Haas and in the Red Bull. Yeah. At the hairpin too.
56. Oh.
Well, that was why Yayo left, wasn't it? He was just busted.
Oh, skids, there we go, 56.3.
Yep. Didn't want to do a Jensen Button and do it in the seat. Oh, that was a great race. That was probably one of my best finishes up until China this year. was actually my best finish. And I probably wouldn't have got that finish in China if you hadn't got your puncture, BP.
No, yeah, that was the COVID got me there.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Cosso has made a move. I got a feeling Rosé might have run wide. I saw the arrow for the move, and the pink boys are really on the pace tonight. Bit of a gap to second, but still past halfway mark now. I really want to see where Vin pits, whether he pits early.
I'd be mad.
Or he does what I do and run till the last minute. A bit too much. Anyway, Capcano and P7, good job from the back. Well, that is Rising in pit lane, I think.
Yes, it is.
That's going to be a very torturous stint for the tyres. I still think it's too early to come into change, personally.
He's gone back on the softs.
Hopefully they know there's a compound change.
I think that might be a stuff up. I don't know.
I have a feeling that... to be fair, just not enough laps.
No.
And if you're gonna do a two-stop, with the two-stop also, you need to do 2 stints on the super soft, if anything. I
Yeah.
think the Delta's a couple of, almost like a second or 2 quicker.
Got Warrior on the back of Skids at the moment. He's just dropped off a little bit. He was within half a second of him a second ago.
They're making their charge up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling that's probably what happened. Oh, someone's off. Is that Swatter? No. Oh no, it's it's Mad Mickey. Yeah, I guarantee he just got crossed up going into brakes and just couldn't stop in time. I would say the Fly Gang, but they're all in here, half of them. Oh, he runs a bit wide. Oh, that's... Oh, and he's there. He's gonna try here.
Oh,
That's bold. Oh, yep. He yielded that.
Yeah, that
probably
looked like a swan
probably the
letting
right
past.
move, because if contacts, they both would have been gone.
Yeah, that's a very fast corner on that one,
Yep.
and one wrong move and it just spit you out the other side.
Yeah, I reckon in these cars, both of them would have gone.
Not easily.
Ambi with the fastest lap
155.1. That's a quick
on
lap.
the soft. On
That's
the soft.
That's a quick lap.
That's solid. There's Bambi in order, P13.
And they're not. Well, they're 3 laps old, so they're relatively fresh.
Right. That's fair. Yeah, obviously he's probably keen as anything, and if I'm looking correctly, I think he is missing... Oh no, it's my eyes, I thought he was missing an end plate. But yeah, he probably wants to calm down if he wants to try and make those to the end.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very slippery car at the end of the race. I know the sun's going down, but probably a bit too warm.
I think they need to bring in a tyre deg telemetry for us. It would be good to see, just so we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to give away their secrets.
Yeah, but you know if Hamilton's doing well when he's bitching, so if he's not bitching, he's not doing well.
I mean, is it really Mercedes that they're not doing fastest laps the last lap?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, this is probably one of those places.
Yeah, he's super soft. Yeah, with 6
Yeah, I
laps to
reckon
go.
you can make. I reckon
Yeah.
from here on, you're probably good enough to make it to the end. Might be a bit shaky at the end, but now's probably a good time. Ambi is flying. No.
I believe so. Because isn't the same rules as F1? You must use 2 compounds.
Or the feature race, yes, that is.
Oh, Cosso got a safety car. What's the safety car out for?
Yeah. Oh, there is a safety card. There's no yellow. There's no yellow
Yeah,
flag
that's
for me.
sector 1.
I'm second place is punched the wall under the grandstand. Major wing damage. Just caught the end of that. If there's a time to pit, if there's a time to get wing damage, now's it.
Well,
Is he gonna pit?
I'm
Yep, there
riding
he
with
comes.
Step now. It's a safety car that's showing on the map.
Unfortunately, my track map's not lighting up in yellow when there's a yellow flag, which it normally does.
Me either. I'm showing the safety cars at the just after turn 3, but I've got nothing to show why.
Yeah, unfortunately, this would have cleared up by now. It's a shame because that's my old car that's crashed. Mickey. Mick did have to make that wing change, so there you go. And now we have a in front. I think Vin was past the pit entry when the safety car was called. So, unfortunately, this is really going to cost him.
It is.
It's a shame. It's a shame because he was showing some real pace. Like probably on his way to win it if it wasn't for the yellow. But as you see multiple times in motorsport, safety cars just change everything. Yeah, it's not enough. Yeah. Although there should be a... Actually, I'm not... Actually, no, there wouldn't be a delta anymore for the guys who just pitted.
Yeah, this situation caught me out in the last race. I think it was Monza.
The delta really catches you out when there's a safety car if you haven't caught up yet. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not.
Actually, it was Hungary it caught me out. I copped the delta behind one of the other guys, and it didn't actually let me go until the safety car was released.
Yeah, the F2 race we had at Hungary, that's right, and I got to drive through.
That was in the F1s.
Yep.
And it did it to me there.
Oh boy, wasn't that safety car restart fun.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Vin, he's going to get the pit stop done, but I think he's going to drop back to 3rd, I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
Got no damage, and...
Well, with that gap between Nicky and Jetsi, I'm going to say, 3rd.
Yeah, I feel like... That car just gave him a wave around.
Yep.
Oh. And I've been keeping up the leaders. I don't think any of the top guys got pit lane speed. They're coming P3.
Yeah,
No, there could have been a lot worse. And I think the rest of the guys are stuck by a delta at the moment, which is a stupid thing in this game, which I don't understand. I don't watch enough F1 to really get it, but
I've never heard of. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, because there's no delta in the real life.
Yeah. Because realistically, he would have lost a lot more ground. Probably the bottom half of the top 10. When everyone's on similar. Everyone in the top 12, or even skids, unfortunately it's on the harder compounds. Yeah, nearly everyone is on fresh tyres, or fresh enough tyres.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling Vin's going to be very racy at the restart.
Oh yeah.
We currently have a guy. We currently have one dude.
He's just coming out of turn 3.
Yep. So I'd say they've probably got about 2 more laps.
Yeah, it's Gerard is only just coming through the first DRS zone now.
That is another issue with the Delta, is that it's because the pack takes longer to bunch up. Oh, still just clouds the back of Finn. Loses a bit of wing there. And especially known as a back marker.
Oh, no. I've done that before.
Luckily, I don't think you get punctures on full damage from that sort of contact. I know in simulation you do because it happened to me in
Oh.
China.
Less than that, you'll get a puncture and simulation damage.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me in China.
I know.
Hitting the rear and gone skis.
I just saw the opening and went, yeah, fuck it, I'm going for it. But I just could not get past Mike to get that win.
Yeah, I remember I remember I was sitting behind you, so I had the fresher tyres, thinking should have passed him because I can. And it's like nah, back marker.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there.
Yeah, I had a few good little looks at Mike for that one, but he just would not let me past.
Why it's still on topic with this Delta? It's a real pain with it because it just takes longer for everyone to bunch up.
Yeah.
And probably kills a couple of laps of racing. Everyone's tyres is going to be very fresh at the restart. Cars are all going to be quick.
We got Gerard going back into the pits now, so it's going to take even longer again.
I think it does get to a certain stage where it gives up.
Yeah. I don't think he will reach the pack before the safety car comes in.
No, unfortunately, no. I think the Delta would have gone by now, though, because it only lasts for one lap.
I do believe it has, because the back markers seem to be catching the pack now, so I think we got...
What tyres did Joe put on? Did he put more? He put another pair of softs on.
Yeah, that Delta's gone. There's no way that...
Unfortunately, no. Oh, safety car is in this lap.
Okay.
And this is where people are going to be careful because the cars really slow up, and this is where nose to tail happens.
Yeah,
it happened at our Monza race where we lost 3 cars under safety car.
Yeah, it happened in
as you can see, it's happening right now. It's happening right now.
It happened in our first season at Brazil. The safety car just backed us right up, and the concertina effect took about 4 cars out.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And these penalties are not very nice. And Zola's trying to get past the back marker, and that's another thing the safety car doesn't really do right, is the back marker is not letting him through. That's hopefully a new game, and these penalties are hurting. Right, safety car in pit lane. And he's gone. 10-second penalty for Cosso.
Did he?
Oh, that's big. I think overlap. I think he went to make a move before the.
No, exceeding track limits. I think he may have cut that last turn.
Ah, damn. And we have some dramas back in the pack. We've got Warrior floating down the pack. Oh, the cars are...
Oh, who's...
Everyone's really racy at the moment. Everyone is racy back here. Oh, 3 wide there's not good. Oh, there's carbon going everywhere.
Can you imagine this tomorrow night,
this
DP?
is beautiful. Oh, this is why I don't like qualifying back there.
No.
Oh, this is... Oh, that's a massive impact. Oh, that's massive. What's going to happen back here?
I think that was...
Everyone is really eager. All the nice gentlemen start the race has gone out the window. And we have Vin who's managed to get around Cosso at the restart. I'm not sure what happened to Cosso there because I was focused on the leader.
Yeah,
who, by the way, has made an impressive margin at the green flag. It's going to be interesting to see if Vin can take him with 2 and a bit laps to go. I'm going to concentrate in the front, guys.
We got Sepp sitting on right behind the mashed potato, is it? And we got Peters right behind him as well. And Risey's in there too now.
Oh, 2 wide. Zola really probably had not much else choice there but to yield, because that would have been very bad. Oh, we have someone's in pit. Cosso's in pit lane. Did he? Cosso's in pit lane. Not sure what he's in for, and Oh, front wing. Oh, damn. It'd be fit.
Yeah,
That's
Captain
unfortunate.
Keno,
'Cause it was on for a
he's Keno's up in the
finish.
4th place. He's going up 13 spots for this one. And Captain Keno.
Do you think Cosso Polo could have got away with a dealing with a couple laps with a broken wing?
Yeah.
The gap's pretty stable at the front. Oh, Mad Mickey's.
Mad Mickey's out.
Looks like he's hit the exits. One of the corners, but no idea which one. We're about to see it. We hit still.
He's hit the
no
barrier.
front wing.
Nah, his
Yep.
front right tyre sitting on his nose cone. He's out.
Yep, an actual retire. There we go.
Yep. Yep.
As the word gets thrown around, baptism by fire.
Yeah. It's the only way to describe it.
And as we come to the end of the second last lap, I got a feeling the leader is might just have enough. Finn is just outside DRS range and catching him slowly. Oh, with the fastest lap, he's on the charge.
54.9, that's a good lap.
Using all the esports lines available. Oh, leader got a very good exit. Finn's just outside the range.
Uh-huh.
Probably only got about one or two more places to even think about making a move. Considering how many corners this track has, you can really only pass at 2 different spots.
Yeah, and the first DRS zone isn't really enough to even try anything. It's too short. They have a
DRS zone there, but they don't have a DRS at the longest straight.
Yeah.
On the back. Anyway.
Though I do believe they added a DRS zone after the hairpin in real life.
We'll do that in the next game.
Yeah, hopefully. So right here, I believe there's a DRS zone.
Right.
Coming out of the hairpin.
He's still just outside the range. He's made a very good effort in the middle sector to catch up. Looks to be very strong in the second half of the lap. Just outside.
He's gained about 3/10 on him already. Oh.
And does he make it under a second? Almost.
Oh, getting close.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to do it.
Well, I'm currently riding on board with Vin at the moment, and he's smooth. He's got a nice action to him.
He closed the gap, but it's not enough. Nicky's done enough. Very good effort.
And Keno will have 4th.
Oh, elevate to 3rd with a pen. Here come all the pens.
So, and Truzol has been knocked down to 10th with pens.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an ouchie.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep. I wonder if half these guys are aware that that happens.
I do believe.
Sure,
Swatter did post on the forum that how it works, so
that is true. Yep, I do remember that, so they should know.
If they're smart enough to read it, they should know.
It was actually quite a fascinating end to the race there. Corso's barely got enough fuel to finish the race, according to my telemetry.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, he can't set an F2 car's fuel. And
I think Gerard is actually out of fuel. He's limping at home at the moment.
Yeah, that does seem like out of fuel. He's in the... As he's bouncing through the ground for me, he should just make it.
Well, his foot's flat and he's doing 100 kilometers an hour. He's out of fuel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that light's not flashing. That light's not flashing. That's
It's
on.
solid. Or even catching left on one of the side pods, like Senna and Webber used to do.
Oh, there we go. My old team car is on the top step.